Hello and welcome back to Holder Flat. We're here in Pallas Karting in Tynagh for round 2 of the RSA's Pallas Sprint Championship. Yes, the RSA had travelled south once again to Galway for what promised to be a very changeable and dramatic day. And so on to the action. And Kevin Wilson in his i20R5 gets us underway. The slick surface and the changeable conditions should suit this car, but Kevin makes a costly error when he crosses the finish line one lap too early and receives a maximum time of 7 minutes. And he wasn't alone, as 10 other drivers done exactly the same thing. And the man who capitalised most on the others' mistakes was John Rooney in his K20 Civic. He sets a 3:18.6 to lead after stage 1. Darren O'Connor in his Den Motorsport prepared Mark II was just 1.8 seconds off Rooney to set a 3:20.4. And that time was replicated to the 10th by Jack McKenna. So that's a pair of Mark IIs tied for second after the first. Kevin McCarthy in the Evo 10 gets off to a steady start, and the changeable conditions should suit the four-wheel drive machine, so he's in with a good chance today. The immaculate little KP starlet of Alan Doherty is 5th fastest. And Dick Sheenan in his 1600 courses sets a 3:27.3, and that means the top 6 after stage 1 are covered by less than 9 seconds. Mike Reddy is just outside the top 6, but this is all we will see of him and his unique Celica as they retire after the first. There was chaos in the Mini Cup as over half the drivers received maximum times, but Oran Fahy went 3rd fastest. Dylan McKeown in the Silver Mini went 2nd fastest. And Stephen Hannafy starts as he means to go on 2 seconds clear. And there were similar miscalculations in the juniors, but Shane Devine goes 3rd fastest. Kyle Drury goes 2nd. And Owen Wilson goes fastest by 8.4 seconds. On to the buggies, and it's first blood to Aaron Beattie, who blitzes the rest of the field. He sets a 2:50 dead to go nearly 5 seconds clear. And it was his stablemate Johnny Stinson in the other speed car who set a 2:54.9 to go 2nd fastest. And it was a strong start from Pádraig McHale in the Yakar. He was just half a second back from Stinson in 3rd. Ben Kellett puts his speed car 4th fastest. Mark Nugent is fastest of the MVs in 5th. And Pat Horan in the speed car rounds out the top 6. And in the 600cc buggies, it's young Joey Bonner in his C-Mog setting the pace. weather was wreaking havoc. But on stage 3, Darren O'Connor set a blistering time of 3:15.1 to take the rally lead. As predicted, Kevin McCarthy's Evo was setting very consistent times in the changing conditions, and this means he's just 0.9 of a second off O'Connor in second place. John Rooney loses time here on stage 3, and he's now dropped to third, but he's just 1.7 seconds off leader O'Connor and just 0.8 of a second off McCarthy in second. Alan Doherty in the Starlet is now up to 4th place, and he's keeping it neat and tidy, and it's paying off. Richard Stafford in his stunning Super 1600 Proton finds himself in 5th place overall, 30 seconds off the lead. Jack McKenna is beginning to slide down the leaderboard as he now finds himself 6th after stage 3. And Stephen Hannafy isn't having it all his own way in the minis, as Oren Fahy and Dylan McKeown go faster than him in this stage in the drying conditions. And in the juniors there's no change as Owen Wilson still tops the list, with Kyle Drury in second and Shane Devine in third. But in the buggies, there's a change of leader by the end of stage 3. Johnny Stinson in the Daily Bake Mighty speed car takes 3 seconds out of leader Aaron Beattie on stage 2 and a further 2.7 seconds here on stage 3. The pair of speed cars are now split by only 0.8 of a second. Ben Kellett sets 3rd fastest time in here and is now up to 3rd overall. Pa Horan is up to 4th. Mark Nugent is 2nd fastest in this stage and maintains his 5th place. And 6th place is a tie between Gareth Borland and James Lahart. And there's a change at the top of the Class 13 600cc buggies also, as Mark Boyle has now taken the lead from Joey Bonner. So it's 3 stages down, lunch is just over and it's time for something a little different. The race suit's on. No, I'm not driving today. I'm getting a couple of very special passenger runs. This is gonna be some crack. I'm going with you, aye? Right, we'll get this on, let's go. endorphin.
Unbelievable. Oh.
Sorry about the spin.
Hey?
I didn't mean to fuck the spin.
Man, that was serious.
Huh?
That was serious. It's the first time I've been in a Mark II this spec, and the grip is unbelievable.
Yeah.
What? How much you can play with it is just...
You have a lot of control in it, a little bit. It takes a lot for them to come on at the start. When they get come on, they're good at it.
Wow. Master of your art there, that was sensational. Honestly. Woo. Who's next up? The Wilsons. Let's go. Well, how's this for a day? Now we're in the R5 I20. Well, Connor Wilson. Yeah, boy. Oh my goodness. If you ever get the chance to sit in an R5 car, never turn it down. My goodness, that was... I'm actually sore. My shoulders are sore, my neck's sore. They go into corners and you think, oh, how are we getting around that? And it just goes around like... Wow. Thanks to Connor Wilson for the passenger on there. That was... lost for words. Unbelievable. Are you ready for this?
Let's go.
And the Holder Flat crew was well looked after as Camo got a run as well. Back to the action, and Kevin McCarthy sets his fastest time of the day here in stage 4, and he now takes the lead of the rally by 1.3 seconds with one stage to go. O'Connor in the Mark II lost 2.2 seconds in here to McCarthy, and he slipped to second, and he's holding on to that position by the slimmest of margins, as John Rooney was second fastest over stage 4, and the pair are split by just 0.1 of a second. That means the top 3 going into the final stage are split by less than 1.5 seconds. And there's another epic battle going on in the buggies, as Aaron Beattie has snatched the lead of the class back from Johnny Stinson. They head into the final stage to do battle, separated by less than half a second. And should either of the two slip up, Ben Callett sits in 3rd place, just 6 seconds back. It's still very much all to play for. Before we get to the final results, we were reminded once again how cruel motorsport and rallying can be. Class 5 leader after stage 4, Richard Stafford, in his newly acquired Proton Satria Super 1600, had a nearly 20-second lead in the class, and with half a lap to go and in sight of the finish, the gearbox cried no more. It's such a cruel sport at times. So let's count down our class podiums, starting with the juniors. Dwayne Lally takes 3rd place. 2nd place goes the way of Kyle Drury. And the junior winner here at round 2 is Owen Wilson. On to class 2, and there were only 2 finishers. Jamie Lally takes 2nd. And James McCann's 3-wheeling 107 takes the win. On to class 3, and Parag Quinn brings his EP Civic home in 3rd. Jerry Woods fought hard, but in the end had to settle for 2nd place. But it was Patrick Spain who took the spoils at the top of class 3. Melvin Tracy had an enjoyable day in class 4. On to a very competitive class 5, and Brian Martin brings the Civic home in 3rd. Declan Dowling does enough to take 2nd. But it was Dick Sheenan in the Corsa who took the victory after the demise of the Stafford Proton. There were no finishers in class 6, so on to class 7. Jack McKenna 3rd place. Darren O'Connor had a brilliant day to finish 2nd in class. But once again it was John Rooney in the Civic at the top of class 7. On to class 9, and Christopher O'Callaghan could have been challenging for the overall win if not for a miscalculation on stage 1. Deborah Creven brings her Civic home 2nd in class and takes the ladies' honours. But it was the beautiful Ascona 400 of Pat Larissy who took the class 9 victory. Class 10, and Matt Kieran swaps the co-driver seat for the driver's seat and takes 2nd in class 10. But it was a storming performance by Kevin McCarthy and his Group A Evo 10 to take the class win. Class 11, and after some difficulty, Connor Wilson has to settle for 2nd place behind Dad, the big boss man Kevin Wilson. In the Mini Cup, TJ Gagan takes 3rd place. Dylan McCune takes 2nd place. But it's Stephen Hannafy who rules the roost once again in the Mini Cup here in Galway. Just one finisher in class 15, and it's a beautiful Escort RSR of Richie O'Mahony. On to the overall rally car honours, and Darren O'Connor takes a fantastic 3rd place. John Rooney has a mad run over the last stage, but he misses out on overall rally car victory by 0.1 of a second, as Kevin McCarthy breathes a sigh of relief. On to the buggies in the Class 13 600cc, a fantastic showing by Joey Bonner in 3rd. Thomas Healy had a charge through the field in the last 2 stages, and he takes 2nd in class. But it was Mark Boyle who took the class lead on stage 2, and he never looked back. On to the big buggies, and the speed cars just love Galway. Ben Kellett takes 3rd place. And that almighty battle between Stinson and Beattie went right to the wire, but in the end, Aaron Beattie took the honours by just 0.6 of a second. So that's it for another episode of Holder Flat. We have a very busy 3 weeks ahead of us, as on the 16th we return to Akadui for round 6 of the summer series. The following Sunday the 24th, we're back here at Pallas Karting in Galway for round 3 of the Sprint Championship, and on the 31st of July, it's round 7 of the summer series from Nuts Corner. Be sure to give us a shout if you see us about. Until next time, Holder Flat.